so the gray Zebra Yeezy Boosts he was there to buy would never grace Mr. Lindsay's feet. Instead, he had sold the pair in advance to a woman who had driven by earlier in a Mercedes, offering him $550 for a pair that would cost him $320. She had her son on FaceTime, Mr. Lindsay recalled. She's like, his birthday is tomorrow, and he wants the shoes. They're sold. Baby boy's birthday. They're sold. Though patrons would be limited to buying just one pair each, with some pairs marked down to just $1, only one of the first 15 people in line at Cool Kicks was planning on keeping his purchase. The rest, mostly teenagers, and all male but one, would be immediately relisting their new rare sneakers on the secondary market, where some pairs fetch more than $1,000. Louis Every Day is expected to become one of the busiest days in history for online shopping in the United States, according to Celeste Friths. An enterprise software maker, making it a spectacularly bad time for a retailer's website to go on the fritz. But as shoppers pour into e-commerce, pushing online revenue to what Adobe's digital marketing research arm described as a record for Thanksgiving Day of $2.87 billion, many companies are struggling to accommodate the surge in traffic. Many customers trying to access the online Black Friday deals offered by Lowe's, up to 40% off certain appliances, half-priced power tools and more, instead encountered glitches that caused the site to fail mid-purchase or struggle to load at all. A spokeswoman for the home improvement chain said the increase in site visits was causing some intermittent outages and said that the company was working diligently to restore full functionality. Last year, both Macy's and Express had to soothe Black Friday customers enraged by technical difficulties with the brand's websites. The global reach of e-commerce has inspired many international companies to participate in the post-Thanksgiving shopping event. Several of them also experienced website crashes on Friday. Take Outlet.com, a general goods e-commerce retailer based in South Africa, apologized to shoppers for site-wide problems, saying in a Twitter post that a fundamental service within our platform has failed. Hudson's Bay, a Canadian department store chain, spent much of the morning on Twitter responding to customer complaints of website problems. Scooter the Puggle and Freckle the Bitchin' Mix, their heads protected by red hats with ear flaps, waited patiently in a stroller across from Nathan's at the Tanger Outlets in Deer Park, N. Y. Manning the stroller was Leonard Hyde, 63, of Merritt, who also sat patiently in wait. My wife and son are shopping in the Christmas tree shop, Mr. Hyde said. And all around. They're shopping for anything and everything, laughed Mr. Hyde, and their store tour started early. The family stopped by Home Depot in Freeport at 8 a.m. before heading to the outlet center. "We do it every year," Mr. Hyde said. Mr. Hyde's wife and son shopped Thanksgiving night too, from 8 until midnight. "Me and the boys stayed home," he said. Ariel Dillinger, in a clear sign that online sales and Thanksgiving Day openings have taken a bite out of Black Friday, many Dallas stores had no morning crowds at all. Numerous retailers on the city's busy Highway 75 opened early, only to find 10, 5 or even just one customer waiting outside. Elizabeth, 15, of Tulsa, Oklahoma, went to the Apple Store an hour before it opened to beat the line, but there was no line. She, her mother, her friend and one other customer were the only people waiting. "There's no lines, so that's good for me, Ms. Bez said with a smile. Trina, a 46-year-old Dallas woman who did not want to give her last name, went to Target with her son before it opened and found no one there. "We laughed about it because we said we could just wait in the car," she said, waiting for the door to be unlocked. Perhaps people were just sleeping later this year. Rather than rise hours before dawn, some Americans, on average, slept in longer on Friday than they did a week earlier, according to data from the Sleep Cycle snooze tracking app. And when they eventually woke up, residents of most states were in a better mood than when they got out of bed last Friday. Ryan Marler, 26, of Garland, was the only person sitting outside Dick's Sporting Goods waiting for the store to open at 5 a.m. With plans to buy ammunition on sale, Mr. Marler sat on the tailgate of his truck and said he expected to see at least a few other people waiting to get in. "It's my favorite holiday of the year. You know exactly what you want," he said. "I'm only saving like $10, but it's the spirit of the thing." "I always go and do it." Patrick McGeer, colleagues over at Wirecutter, a New York Times company that reviews products, had a running list of Black Friday deals on everything from trash cans to cameras to artificial Christmas trees. "The best part is you don't have to get out of your chair to chase them down. There are suggestions at every price point, so it's a good resource if you're buying for a gift exchange at work or a loved one." After all, somebody in your life must need a kick. We asked shoppers around the country what drew them to stores over the long Thanksgiving weekend. "Why do you come to a store instead of shopping online? We like to look at things and hold them in our hands. That way we know exactly what we're buying. Do you come for practical reasons or for the experience? We just kind of do it to have fun." "Because I was way hungover this morning, and I sure didn't need to be up this early." "But it's fun. It's a tradition we've been doing now for 14 years. And afterwards, we'll go out for mimosas, so that's a bonus." What's the product you'll run to first? Why do you come to a store instead of shopping online? Do you come for practical reasons or for the experience? What's the product you'll run to first? Is this the line for TVs? Do you have any more Toshibas? Those are the 3 questions Austin Reed is prepared to answer hundreds of times on Friday. "I'm the TV guy and the bathroom guy," joked Mr. Reed, 24, who is stationed in the home electronics section of a Best Buy in East Louisville, Kentucky. Right next to the restroom. This is his 3rd day on the job. "It's been a little overwhelming," he said. "Imagine like a siege of a castle. It's like that." Mr. Reed was hired as part of Best Buy's Geek Squad computer tech support team, but televisions are today's hot sale item, hence his temporary post. Black Friday shoppers began lining up outside the store at 11:30 p.m. on Thanksgiving. Minutes before the store opened at 8 a.m. an employee distributed tickets to those planning to purchase the most promoted deal of the day, a Toshiba 55-inch LED television, on sale for $279.99, $220 less than its usual list price. A white-haired man wearing a flannel hunting cap with ear flaps approached Mr. Reed and asked where he could find a set as he pointed to an ad on his store circular. The sales associate broke the news that all the Toshibas had been claimed. "Well, I guess I'm a day late and $1 short," the man said. On cue, Mr. Reed responded, "But we have lots more deals." Sarah Kelly,